Hey everyone, James Baek here. Welcome back to another episode of VGC Back-to-Back Battles. I am not wearing the hat like I said I was gonna wear in the last episode because I forgot. And if you guys didn't watch the last episode, go check it out. Anyway, today we're still using Andrew Burley's second place Fort Wayne Regionals team with Azumarill, Amoonguss, Tyranitar, Salamence, Porygon 2, and Heatran. Small changes such as a Dragon Dance Lumberry, Tyranitar, and a Tailwind support Mence. Just because I thought it would complement the team better. I cannot speak today, but then again, I am recording multiple videos in a row. We're going to find two battles, see how this team does. Let's get into it. Maxi from the United States with an 1827 rating will be our first opponent of the day. Bringing an interesting team, Aegislash, Sylveon, Arcanine, Gallade, Zapdos, and Milotic. Oh man, this actually looks like one of my friend's teams that he showed me a while ago. But should be an interesting match. Mega Gallade on the field. I think probably bulky Adamant Mega Gallade with Tailwind Zapdos. That's what I would imagine here. Luckily, we do carry our Tailwind of our own, so that is excellent. I think Tyranitar is great here. We could also win with just Azumarill Amoonguss. Actually, yeah, we could just win with that. I think I'm going to lead Azumarill Amoonguss because I think it could just sweep this team. I don't see... Unless it's Safety Goggles Zapdos. Am I going to risk it? I'm going to risk it. Tyranitar and... Do I want Salamence? That's the question. Or do I want Porygon 2? Porygon 2 could help us very much. Because Toxic would be really good here. Well, do I want Tyranitar? Well, I kind of want Tyranitar just for the Zapdos. You know what? I'm not going to bring Salamence. I'm going to bring Porygon 2. It does seem very foolish because I'm going to lose to the Gallade straight out if something bad happens. But you know what? This should be fun. Let's go. Sylveon Milotic for my opponent. So that is excellent for me because now I could just sport a Sylveon and protect the Azumarill. And I can set up a Belly Drum after. Unless this is sub Sylveon, which there are instances of that happening. I'm going to go for the Protect. Oh, right. I carry Knockoff on the Azumarill. I meant to carry Play Rough, but I grabbed the wrong Azumarill. Whatever. Going to go for the Spore into the Sylveon, as I have no reason to deal with this Milotic right now. As he's going to go for the Ice Beam into the Amoonguss. Not going to do much. Yeah, that barely did anything. Hyper Voice is going to come out from this Sylveon. Do a good amount. As I do get the Spore off onto this Sylveon, which is nice because now I can Belly Drum up, and unless this Milotic scalds or freezes me, but it's probably going to go after my Amoonguss, I should be alright. Going to go for the Belly Drum, and I'm going to save my Amoonguss. Going to go into Porygon 2. I could get a Toxic off right away, which is nice. I can also just switch out Porygon 2 back into Amoonguss, play the switch game, because it is very nice. He is going to go for the Scald into the Azumarill. Ooh, don't burn. Nice, he didn't burn, which is excellent for me, as we're going to get a Belly Drum up with this Azumarill, which is excellent because getting the Belly Drum up can essentially make me win. It can, yeah. As here, I think I'm just going to switch out. Does he switch out to Arcanine and go for Hyper Voice? I don't know. I think I want to just go for the Aqua Jet into the Sylveon, and you know what? I'm going to go back into my Amoonguss. I don't think... No, he didn't pull the Arcanine switch. So I'm going to hope that the Sylveon doesn't wake up here. Or I think Aqua Jet might be able just to knock out this Sylveon, depending on how bulky it is. It's not bulky. Going to have to risk a Scald Burn, though, which is really unfortunate. As Scald is going to come out, I'm hoping no burn. It's going to burn. Yep. Called that one right. Oh well, not the worst thing in the world, especially if Zapdos is my opponent's next Pokemon. If he brings out Zapdos, I'll just go for the knockoff, as Zapdos does come out, which is nice. As I can go for the knockoff onto the Zapdos, and I can just Rage Powder. any Thunderbolt and Ice Beam combination. Zapdos might also just want to set up the Tailwind. As I am just going to go for the Rage Powder, the Zapdos might just go for a Tailwind or Thunderbolt if it is Oh, he's just going to go for the Hidden Power, which is fine by me as well. The Hidden Power is going to connect with the Amoonguss. Does more damage than I thought. It's Life Orb, so let's see how bulky you are, Zapdos. The Ice Beam is going to come out from this Milotic, do a good amount to the Amoonguss. Going to pick up the Knockout. I think a Knockoff will knock out the Zapdos. Ooh, it barely misses the Knockout, which is really unfortunate for me, actually. As I'm going to bring out my Tyranitar, and we are in a pretty bad shape. Not gonna lie. We're in pretty bad shape. As here, I think I'm just going to Aqua Jet this Zapdos and go for the Dragonance. I see no other play. I'm actually surprised it. Man, if we had Play Rough, that Zapdos would have dropped. This is why I don't like it. But he goes for the Protect with Milotic. Interesting play. As Aqua Jet's gonna knock out the Zapdos, I'm gonna get a Dragonance off. Maybe he thought I was Scarf-Tar like the original team. Maybe he knows this team, but I'm not running the original team. Here comes the Dragonance, and we can win. We can win. It's looking actually pretty decent. I think we can live the burn plus sand damage. I'm not completely sure though. Let's see, sand. Yeah, we can definitely live the burn. Yeah, 6 HP. Just as I predicted. And now the Gallade's going to come out. But here I can go for another Dragonance and a Crunch. And once I get rid of this Gallade, I win. Gallade should not be living an Aqua Jet. I'm going to go for a Dragonance. Oh. If he does go for the attack, we're in trouble though. But I really would expect him to protect here because he knows I could just go for the Crunch into the Gallade right now. And possibly knock it out. He is going to go for the Protect, which is awesome. So he's probably going to go for the Scald into Tyranitar. And as I said, he cannot burn me. It's impossible to burn me. Here's the Dragonance into the Tyranitar. +2 +2 Crunch should get this. Mega Gallade has terrible defense. Here comes the Scald into the Tyranitar. Burn or no? No burn, which is fair. As the sand damage is nice because now I'm more likely to knock it out with Crunch if it is a roll. The Azumarill is going to go down, but as I said, Azumarill's roll is done. And now I can just go into Porygon 2 and fire off an Ice Beam and Crunch into this Gallade because my opponent's probably going to lose this one. I kind of had him playing into my hands with the Azumarill, even if the burn was unfortunate and I definitely should. Why would I think he would have brought Arcanine? That's a stupid part. That was a stupid. Because if I just protected Azumarill, switch down to Amoonguss that one turn. And yeah, I could just Aqua Jet and just won the game. But now I'm just going to fire off an Ice Beam into the Gallade and going to fire off a Crunch. Because if Crunch doesn't knock it out, he's going to go for a double. Fails it, which is excellent. If he got the double, he might have still been in this. The Crunch is going to do a lot of damage. The Gallade is going to go down. Nice, and he's going to go for another Scald. Hopefully no crit. No crit. I don't care if he burns. I have a Lumberry. He doesn't even get the burn. The Ice Beam is going to come out. Not going to do much to this Milotic. No Moringa Berry, which is interesting. It might be Citrus Berry. As here, I think I'm just going to go for the Toxic and the Protect. Because getting the Toxic off will just win me the game. Yeah. Just getting the Toxic off will win me this game. Because Porygon 2 versus Milotic, I will win this Stall War. Scald's going to come out into Tyranitar. Here comes the Toxic. Which is nice. We do land it, so we do get the residual damage with the Sand plus the Toxic. And maybe this will put Milotic in Crunch range. It might. And if he isn't put in Crunch range, it will be pretty low on health. To where he doesn't have, if he doesn't have a Citrus Berry, he just gets knocked out with, and even if he does have a Citrus Berry, he might just be knocked out by the combination of Crunch plus Toxic plus an Analytic and Power Ground plus the Sand. Well, I think Sand's going to fade away this turn, but yeah, I think it's going to fade away this turn. We're going to get the Crunch off onto this Milotic, and that is checkmate, people. As Milotic is going to go down, we are going to be able to take the first bout of the day. Really cool team. I just really know how to play against that team because my friend built a similar one. But Definitely could have played that better. I will take my mistakes, learn from them. Even though this was a win, I still do take, I should really think about what people will bring, because who brings an Arcanine to that matchup, am I right? That was just a foolish play on my part. But anyway, we're going to find our second battle of the day and see how we do. Our second opponent today is a 1701 player from Japan, bringing a usually standard team, but an interesting variant. This Cresselia, Heatran, Thundurus, Milotic, Whimsicott, and Kangaskhan now. Whimsicott is always an interesting Pokemon to play around. I did bring it to the Pokemon World Championship, and it's got a lot of move options. It's got Tailwind, Tickle, Taunt, Fake Tears, Encore, Swagger, Safeguard. It just got so many good moves in its arsenal. The offensive Whimsicott, though, isn't good. It's not good at all. I'm going to tell you guys that right now. But let's see what I can bring against this team. Whimsicott, very scary mod. But my opponent really has nothing. If that isn't Power Punch Kangaskhan, he really can't beat my Porygon 2. So Porygon 2 is going to be another MVP of this battle. I can tell you guys that right now. I think bringing Tyranitar Salamence as lead sounds pretty good with Porygon 2. Yeah, it seems pretty good. And bring Amoonguss in the back because I need anything to counter that Kangaskhan. So once Kangaskhan goes down, I pretty much can just win with Porygon 2. So yeah, that's going to be my game plan. Get rid of the Kangaskhan. Like in any other VGC battle, just get rid of the Kangaskhan and you win. That's pretty much how you win VGC. But we'll see how my opponent can handle his team. I definitely love the Whimsicott, but I'm not sure if it fits on this team. It's kind of an interesting slot. Here comes Tyranitar and Salamence. My opponent's going to know. Oh, he's brought Milotic. Okay, so we get the Intimidate off onto these two. Oh, I have a really good chance just to get rid of this Kangaskhan right now. A very good chance. I'm going to switch on my Tyranitar and go into Amoonguss to take a possible, probably low kick. And I'm going to Mega Evolve so I'm faster than the Kangaskhan and Protect. You do notice that I carry the Swagger on my Salamence, and I can definitely go for that onto the Milotic if I am predicting the Kangaskhan to switch out next turn. But that would basically depend on what my opponent's going to do here. So two plays my opponent can make, probably fake out the Tyranitar or low kick into it and Icy Wind or Ice Beam the meds. Or he could just fake out the Salamence and go for the Skull into Tyranitar. So this play is very safe. Even if the Icy Wind comes, it doesn't really do... Well, it will hurt Amoonguss, probably do a little more than a third. But we'll see. Kangaskhan is going to Mega Evolve. I wouldn't be surprised if we just saw the Fake Out, but I really wouldn't mind if we saw the Low Kick either. And if we see Low Kick, Porygon 2 can still just win, as I said. So here comes the Protect from the Salamence, as we're going to see the Fake Out into the Tyranitar slot. Perfect. Going to target down the Amoonguss. Nice, as it's the Rocky Helmet. I'm hoping he has Ice Beam instead of the Icy Wind. But we'll see. Ah, he does carry the Icy Wind. This is gonna hurt. Ooh, big damage. The Kangaskhan is in range though, but I definitely see a switch from my opponent. Yeah, I definitely see a switch from my opponent. So I think I'm going to pull a double switch. Yeah, I definitely am going to pull a double switch. Because I'm expecting Kangaskhan to switch it. I don't think you would sack off your Kangaskhan. I really don't. And if you do, I don't know what's going through your head right now. As he is going to withdraw his Kangaskhan, as I predicted, let's see what's coming out. It's the Heatran, which is fine because we have the Porygon 2 and the Tyranitar out on the field. I can go for the Toxic into that Milotic, get it down to where a Double Edge can knock it out. As the Icy Wind's going to come out, it's going to connect with both Pokemon. As I said, I do not mind that too much. I'm not even sure if a +2 Scald can actually knock out Tyranitar. But I am going to Toxic this Milotic because Milotic is the big threat here. Once I get rid of Milotic, it should be an easier game for me. So Toxic the Milotic and go for the Rock Slide. Or just Protect. But he might double up into the Porygon too, so I'm going to go for the Rock Slide. He's going to go for the Flamethrower into the Porygon too. Let's see if he also doubles up with his Scald. That Flamethrower did a lot. There's the Scald coming about, but onto who? It's going to be the Tyrant that actually picks us the Knockout. Wasn't expecting that. Here comes the Toxic though onto the Milotic, which is nice. Let's see with the Sand and Toxic if it will be Double Edge might be able to pick up the KO. I don't think it will, but it might have a chance. I might have to risk a lot though. No, I don't think it is. Especially if it's bold. So I might have to risk Porygon 2, get the Recover off. Yeah, I'm going to go for the Recover. And the... Well, I could Swagger to Milotic. Yeah, I think Swagger to my Milotic is my only out, because I don't think I'll let the Flamethrower plus Icy win. Here we go. Can Swagger Salamence do some work? Sekiyama used it to get the top 4 of Nationals last year at Milan. Here we go. Swagger into the Milotic. Please hit yourself. The one thing I'm asking you, hit yourself. As Heatran goes for the Substitute. Oh, I didn't have to risk the Swagger. Okay, but we're risking it. Please hit yourself. Nice! Nice, nice, nice. Here we go. Substitute means he does not carry a Heat Wave, which is awesome. So he has to target one of my 2. It's either an Immense or the Porygon 2. And the Sand plus him hitting himself plus the Toxic will definitely put this Milotic in KO range. And Hidden Power Ground, this Heatran isn't carrying the leftovers, which is awesome. Here comes the Hidden Power Ground. Here comes the Double Edge into the Milotic. I don't care if he protects, really. Well, he can't really risk to protect if he hits himself again. So the Double Edge is going to come out and knock out that Milotic. Actually, the Double Edge might have knocked out just by how fast that HP bar dropped. But we'll see. Here comes the Flamethrower onto Hudo. It's going to be on the Mence. Hopefully no burn. That's the only thing I'm asking for. Oh man, that's a lot. Is that a crit? Yeah, that's a crit. No burn, which is fortunate. Here comes the Hidden Power Ground onto the Heatran. Now we have to make some plays. Sandstorm subsides, which is really good for me because it was wearing down my team more than my opponent's. So Kangaskhan probably going to come out. Yeah, Kangaskhan's going to come out. I think my best play is to Double Edge Hidden Power Ground because he might predict me to go for the safe target. I'm just going to Hidden Power Ground to Heatran. Nah, he's a low kick Kangaskhan. So you know what? I'm going to protect. I'm going to protect Salamence. Ooh, I'm making a big call. I'm hoping he does fake out the Salamence. Fake out might not be able to KO. But we're risking a lot here in this one turn. I'm hoping that making the safe play actually works out, but it probably won't. Let's see. Fake out. It was into the Porygon. I could have knocked it out. Oh man, that really sucks. He's probably going to get a free sub up, which definitely stinks. No, he goes for a Flamethrower into Porygon 2. Oh, looks like he wants to get rid of this. He's not. I'm going to go for the Recover. Gonna go for the Double Edge. Should I get Tailwind? Nah, I think I'd rather go for the Double Edge. He either switches out, I think switching out is his best play, or he goes for Sucker Punch. He's not going to go for either though. Here's the Double Edge. I think we'll live the recoil too. Kangaskhan's going to go down. Can we live the recoil? Nice, we do live the recoil. The Substitute's going to appear, but that is fine because I recovered. We're going to be safe with the Porygon 2. I can double up onto this Heatran for the Double Edge, a Hidden Power Ground. And whatever wants to come out isn't going to be that much of an offensive pressure. Let's see. It could be Thunderous. It's Cresselia. Nice. Nice. So I'm going to Hidden Power Ground and Double Edge the Heatran. That will probably pick up the KO, actually. Oh, nice. He didn't protect, too. Here comes the Double Edge. Should break the Heatran sub. I'm hoping it does. Okay, it does. Shuckaberry, I don't think that's a factor here. We even live on 7, which is excellent. Here's the flamethrower, probably onto the Porygon. Okay. I see you. The Thunder Wave is going to come out into the Porygon as well. I hope we don't get paralyzed because that could be a game changer. Oh boy, people. I'm going to hit and Power Ground the Heatran. I think I'm going to Swagger. Who did I Swagger? The Heatran or the Cresselia? I think Swaggering the Cresselia might be better. But the Heatran's the one pulling off the offensive pressure. He might protect. Okay, no, he's not. Swagger's going to come out. My best possible play because he keeps Salamence around for another turn. And if I can make this Heatran hit himself and I can knock him out with the Hidden Power Ground, which I really needed to, we can do work. It hits itself, which means Porygon 2 is going to last another turn. The Psychic is going to come out onto the Porygon 2. Okay, he really knows that Porygon 2 is a threat. Nice! The Shuckaberry, you're not living an analytic Hidden Power Ground. You're not. Nice. As Heatran is going to go down. And as long as a bunch of full pairs doesn't happen, we should be good. Or this Cresselia carries rest for some reason. But I'm just going to Swagger the Cresselia, go for the Toxic, because I'm going to go on so many odds, going to put myself in the best position to get this Toxic up. Because once I get this Toxic, I could do really well. But he's just going to forfeit. Which, I don't know if I agree with. Well, I guess he knew that I had Toxic, so yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's VGC episode. Oh, I forgot to say, checkmate. Oh man. I'm not sure if I deserve that win just because of the swagger on my low deck. I could have just went for the double edge, but you know what? We play to win, and as I said, odds are going to be a huge part of Pokemon. It's the game we play. Hope to make better plays in the future, though, because I could have definitely made some better. I could have definitely made better plays. But I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Please leave a like down below if you guys did. Check out the rest of my stuff. Check out my social medias down below, and I'll see you guys next time.